sound in it. I don't know. Yeah. Well, it's just music like that.
You're getting much more than it.
Yeah. Over baby. Did you boil it yourself in the vegetables?
Yeah, cut that. It's how we in the morning. Just suck my dick before you leave.
I'll definitely do it then.
Huh?
I'll definitely do it then.
Oh, right, sorry. I think people will love to hear that. You know, everyone has a thing to say that everyone thinks.
Yeah.
You need to say what we're all thinking.
I don't know, look, see that kale there? Yeah, you like kale, don't you?
Thank you.
Yeah, that used to not be good. That little spoon is so handy.
Yeah, kids get to see, people get a rabbit hole and stuff and realize it's not the
Exactly. I'm like so not ready to see my weird Mr. Burns hands on film.
Lovely, jubbly.
Good job, boys.
Ah, I got two toasties on top. Wow.
Pizza toasties.
Yeah, pizza toasties. Yeah, people are famous, so. Hey, bolognese, don't get bolognese toasties.
Oh yeah.
That'd be nice.
That was a good one. Let's do that.
You need smiling face.
I'm busy already.
You better, yeah, how we get.
I don't know. What was I doing stuff first?
No, I'm not going to write everything to be Simpsons quotes.
Well, like everything.
Like, not the lyrics, but like the title of the project. Tell the EPA and the titles of the songs.
Oh my god, he's playing music service.
What? Yeah! I love that. I thought, I don't know if it's a good name for like the project, but Uncontrollable Falling Down is good.
That is so good. I never did know about the project.
I just love, like, Mitzi has an album called Bury Me at Creek.
That's not his name.
And, obviously Fall Out Boy. There's something Japanese.
Oh yeah, of course. I always forget that.
Yeah. Nice. Nice shot there, right? Ooh. What? What's that thing? I'm so proud of you doing this.
Thanks, Adam.
You wanted to do it, and you got it.
No, I love that I found something because I like the thought like video editing and I like all that stuff. And it's nice that I've found this niche. I love food, but there's this niche out there that involves like because I find it quite self-obsessed, like with general vlogging stuff. So it's nice.
It's nice about that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to do cheating?
You can cheese.
Okay, I'll tell you then. Who's whose?
It doesn't matter.
Do you want cheese on yours?
I'll have that cheese, please.
Okay, is that enough?
That's good.
I just want to try it if they do it.
No, it's good.
You want ham on the cheese?
Good. Black chopsticks.
There we are. There we are. Sorry. You don't want that?
Do you want me to submerge the cheese?
I'll wait and let that one submerge.
The curious boy.
It's not because I don't want you to, I just didn't know if you wanted.
Yeah, we didn't actually see her. She was so shy.
Can you kick this thing that we actually never kicked before now?
Oh my god.
You're good.
It's Tom. Oh, bye, brother. He had to be shy.
Oh, but he was a nice boy, wasn't he?
It's alright. What else did? Oh, bye, Queen.
Oh, she was good. She was quite good. She was
Right,
right
Fair enough. What's it I didn't get to say that.
Experimental and different, but I wanted to show them.
It wasn't experimental and different.
She got red pepper.
You go, oh, well, we've done this and that. You get there, and your mind just goes, doop. And it's much harder.
Yeah, for you.
Moron.
Wasn't that hard for big fucking belly buttons? It was like bullshit.
Big fucking belly, big belly.
Reps and there was like really good ones. The first couple like heats were not that good.
Yeah, how many heats are there?
3 or 4? But we did the heat then, the quarter final. We did all the heats once.
Oh yeah. So I remember thinking it was like quarterfinal.
But the last season it was like, this heat's really good. There's like 4 cooks that are really good.
Oh, they were good, yeah.
Some of the last ones,
In my favourite cooking.
the heats weren't that good.
When we were kids, we used to have chicken pineapple sticks. Oh, I remember that. That was good, wasn't it?
Like a little skewer at a party.
Yeah.
Also going to be some salted Mediterranean cheese and pineapple and fresh
Oh, fuck, oh,
okay.
okay.
You hate it.
Don't necessarily like sweet and savoury, but I think this will change your mind because it's really delicious.
Here's my sweet and Kim.
I am now
Not a huge fan of it. Oh, no, that's not true. I just don't like specific.
feta cheese and pineapple.
Oh wow,
Is it good?
it's so good. Very simple but tasty.
It's like use 2 teaspoons of whatever. Of pesto, and I use like a whole jar.
Pesto's on the same side. I set some heat on something else earlier.
What is it?
The Cyclops will drown you in your overwatered lawns. And then the chapter's like, last one is fictional plane gets attacked by some other fictitious thing. Remember, the Cyclops will have his revenge. This is also the year that he renounced Earth Day and vowed to destroy the planet.
Oh my god. Character development.
Yeah, how about you heal that balloon roller? Political uses. Aerosol spray. Terrible for the environment. Humans are terrible for the environment.
The thing I like most about the Cyclops is that he created a different world for our child. A world where you truly can be anything you want.
God bless you, Cyclops. And your cold robot heart.
That's so good.
It's so tasty. The kale's really crunchy, burny, salty, and it's better.
The peanut is nice and crunchy because I used the salad spinner. So I tried it. But yeah, it's better cooked.
No, that's good. That's sweet.
It looks like it's taken up.
Alan Graham, the CEO of the company, if I was important to you, has personally invited moi to go to New York to the shareholder meeting and sit up on the stage with the board of directors. And at some point, they are going to introduce me as the most successful branch manager that they can. And then Michael Scott turns and waves the crowd. And the crowd will laugh. Oh, wait, is that exactly? I'll go and digest them and see what comes out the other end. Like, I'm a little concerned about some of these directions to Truth Farms. So, I mean, like, 150 paces from the mailbox, make a left. Walk until you hear the beehive. How can it be more clear?
But why are you just concerned about there's only one bathroom?
Well, dig a trench. As long as it's done up in a well, we should be fine.
You don't even cannot cut over some trees.
Well, you've got stumps. Come on. Let's three-way this little issue and come to a solution by the time we get to Truth Farms. How's that for a plan? We'll get married at Truth Farms no matter what. I have looked at 12 venues. I want a deposit and actually being able to make it 0 times. I am not losing another deposit.
Look familiar?
Oh, it's a cheese string.
Cheese string, copyright infringement. Cheese string. Cheese string back again.
Hey, you guys. Oh, here's my name. Here's the one in there.
Alright.
Obviously this time.
Alright, yeah. Oh my god, it's so good, it's so rich and delicious. Unbelievable! It's one of the best things you cooked.
Oh, shit. That is good, isn't it? I should probably watch my language in case people slow it down.
What, that's your brother?
Cool.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
I just made it realize, it's very tangy.
Oh shit, so it tastes like Brendan does have it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's actually really tasty. Like, definitely good thing to eat before any of like drinking.
That's so good. You can't be better than that.
Put a little wine so you're kind of drinking already.
Oh my god. It's so tasty.
That is funny. That is pink. Yeah, it was, but I get home, okay, and I see Julie's saline solution on my night table, and I'm thinking to myself,
Ross.
how are you?